I love you. Hey, 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 hi. Hi, I love you. Hi, and welcome to our first channel update. This is Do So Confidently. My name is Christina. I go by DSC or DSC Christina, Christina, or Chrissy, depending on which circle you find me in. This is my channel, and this is Do So Confidently. So the purpose of this channel is to really get people inspired to get out and try new things, whether it's like drawing, whether it's art of any kind, any media, whether it's starting their own YouTube or Twitch channel, streaming, playing a game that they didn't think they wanted to play, picking up an instrument, picking up a sport, picking up anything. I want this channel to be an inspiration to get people out and do that. That being said, up until now, this channel has been a gaming channel because I was also learning. I had to learn how YouTube worked. I had to learn how streaming worked. I had to learn how to talk in front of a camera, which, by the way, I'm still not very good at, but I'm working on it. I had to learn lighting settings. I had to get an actual system that worked, so we built Dreama here. There's a lot to learn and a lot to do. We have been around now for over a year. Our first year anniversary was back in February, and it was almost at the end of February. We actually didn't get to celebrate it like I wanted to because I didn't realize that was the anniversary until like 5 days before. So I'm just letting you guys know I'm not watching numbers, I'm not watching time, I'm here to learn, and it showed because I missed our first year anniversary. That being said, we have already hit well over 100 subs, so we are actually, last I checked, sitting about 173. So it took us 11 months to get to 100, and then it took us another 3 months to get to 170, and that is amazing, guys. I'm wanting to refocus the channel back to its origins, which is the inspiration and the trying new things aspect. So we have some new things coming up. Now, I know that most of these subs that I have, most of you who are watching this video or hanging around because we were doing video games. I'm not going to stop that. We will continue to play video games. We will continue to try new ones. We'll do indie games. We'll do big name games. I won't necessarily play games as they come out because that's one of those things where everybody's going to be doing it, and I want to be different. Plus, I also don't want to spoil it for people who are like maybe need a week or two to get the game themselves. So, for instance, we have Link's Awakening coming out for the Switch here very well, I say very shortly. It's going to be this year. This is now May. I can't remember if it was supposed to come out summer or winter, but it's coming out this year, and I am crazy stoked. That is one of my favorite games. It's one of the first games I played of the Zelda series, and it's one I grew up playing with my mom and my brothers. So that one will be played, however it will not be played as soon as it comes out. What we are going to do is start adding some things. I am very excited about 2 new series that are going to be coming out this month. I am learning how to edit videos, as you can see, and I'm a little bit slow at it right now. I had wanted the first of both of these series to come out this week. However, it might be next week or it might be the week after. It just depends on when I can get this done. I'm going to be buckling down today and trying to get the first episode or a couple of these done. We'll see. We'll see. I just don't have a lot of time in my day, and I thought I could do this, and I got excited and I started it, and then I never made it to the computer part with it. One of my downfalls is that I tend to start things and not finish them, and it's to put it bluntly, the Legend of Zelda series that we're currently going through right now, we are on Spectacle Rock. We have gotten through it, and there have been so many times I just wanted to quit it because either I had a bad week or I got frustrated because we had one stream where we spent an hour and a half in 2 rooms in a dungeon. And that is usually a pretty big turnoff for me. So I am using this channel to better myself and make myself not quit things. So, hence the stuff up here. What are our 2 new series? One of them is a hybrid. It is somewhat gaming, but it is not. I know, great description, right? So we are going to be playing, now I am not a Pokemon player. I was old enough to start collecting the very original cards when it first came out. I think I was in middle school or high school. Like I was old enough to start collecting these. I was not allowed to because there was nobody knew what they were, and I had a very protective family, and so they didn't want anything that nobody knew what they were coming into the house. So I was not allowed to collect the originals. And because of that, by the time I was old enough to kind of do my own thing or we started realizing what they were, I just lost interest because then all the kids had them and it felt like a kid game. So I had never played a Pokemon game until Pokemon Go came out. 2016 it came out, and me and my brother were rooming together. We were in Myrtle Beach, and we decided, he talked me into picking it up and trying it out. I played it for probably about a month or so and completely, I just lost interest. It was fun. I enjoy collecting things. I'm a collector. I like simulations where I can build or collect or basically 100% complete something. That being said, Pokemon Go did not feel like it could ever be completed, and then I found out that there's region-specific spawns that I may never get, and that was a big turnoff for me. I want to see a list that says I got everything. And when I found out that that might not happen, I just lost interest pretty quick. Plus, it was in its infancy and there wasn't much to do besides run around and collect things, and I just kind of forgot about it. I kept it on my phone for like a year, and I think I might have opened it like 4 times over the course of that year. Recently, my little brother, the same brother, got back into the game because he also kind of fell out. He got back into the game and he fell in love with all the updates that have happened since the game came out, and he talked me into reopening it. I figured out exactly what the spawn points were for gyms and Pokestops, and that they were usually monuments of some kind. And I realized I haven't gotten to see my new, I'm in Charleston now, I haven't gotten to see the city. I've been downtown a little bit, but it's a very historic city. So this new series that's coming out is, I'm calling it Pokemon Go Do. And it is basically going to be running around Charleston, collecting the Pokestops and the gyms, you know, playing Pokemon Go as best as I can because I don't really play it. But with the emphasis of seeing exactly what these stops are. What is significant around Charleston that warranted getting a Pokestop or a gym? And we're going to learn a little bit of the history of Charleston based on these things that we come up with. So it is going to be games. It is going to be, we're playing Pokemon Go, but the idea is to get out and explore. Get out of the town, get away from the computer, get away from the Nintendo, and get out in the city and see what Charleston is all about. We have other areas that we have access to that we're going to check out as well, but we're starting downtown and we're starting in my area of Goose Creek. So I'm really excited about this series. The next series that is coming out is not gaming, and it's going to be my first branch off and do something for myself. This series is about my dog Ember. She is a border collie and she's a rescue, and she has zero confidence whatsoever. Well, she used to. I've been building it well as strongly as I can over the past 4 years of having her. And the online academy that I took courses from in order to learn about behavior and training has a program called the Team program. And basically what it is it's for dogs. It's for anybody who wants to say that they can train a dog, but it's also for the dogs who are nervous and maybe don't do well in crowds. So if I wanted to teach Ember agility, but I would never be able to compete her because she's too nervous to get in front of a crowd, or maybe it's too overwhelming for her, I can do agility things and at home and make it a game for her. and still have something that says I know what I'm doing. It doesn't have to be a ribbon, but I have a certificate that says I am a team trainer and Ember is a team dog. And so we are working towards our first Team 1. Now, I started this over a year ago, and then when I had the job change back in November, I ran out of time, and poor Ember hasn't been trained really since then. So we're basically starting over. We'll see where we're at. But I am just really excited to document the journey of getting Ember her first title. She's a Border Collie. She's supposed to be titled and ribboned, and that is just what that breed is for. They're sports dogs. Ember has a bad backside, and she is a super nervous little dog, so she may never make it out into an arena or even an actual class. The Team 1 is the first certificate, and it is based on foundational things: engagement, pivots, fronts. So it's a lot of foundational position changes. So sit, stand, down, sit. Being able to switch between the two on command, knowing to target, being able to work away from me, being able to work close to me. It's just foundational basics for training. So that is where we're going to start, and there'll be more information up on it as we go. So those are our two new series coming out. Now, our schedule is going to be pretty cool. Okay, so Friday is going to be the Pokemon Go release, and that's a video series that will come out. That will come out every Friday. Saturday is going to either be competitive gaming or programming, depending on how I feel or what needs to get done. I am working on a side project that is a video game, and if you go back and look on the channel, you'll see two so far streamed series of creating a level designer. Haven't gotten very far, but that's going to be, I need to get back into that so I can finish this project. So that might be switched out for the competitive gaming, but I'm wanting to get back into League. I play Rocket League. Lightgazer, who is a supporter of this channel, bought us Mario Kart Deluxe, so I want to play that. I have Minecraft. I can't play Minecraft for very long, but I can play it. I have League of Legends. I have Heroes of the Storm. We could do a multiplayer Stardew Valley one day. It's not competitive, but it's multiplayer. We have Splatoon, which I'm really wanting to get better at. So there are options, and these will be streams where we will play together. You come, bring your stuff. We'll make it work. So that's Saturday. Sunday, right now we're playing through Celeste. When that's done, we'll come up with a new game to play. But Sunday nights are going to be our maybe not quite family friendly. I try to keep my games especially family friendly. But there are so many games that are like mostly family friendly, but they might say one word one time, or maybe it gets a little bit dark, but the material it talks about is important. Things like that. I want to be able to put stuff like that out. So Sunday nights are going to be, if we have a somewhat unfamily friendly game, that's the day that's going to be played. Otherwise, it's not going to be played. So Sunday, but right now we're playing Celeste, which is mostly family friendly. I've been warned that there's like maybe some cursing in it at some point. I haven't gotten to it yet. So we'll see. Monday is going to be Team Ember. That's the dog training days. And Tuesday, right now we're playing through Legend of Zelda, the 1986 version. I have never played this game before, but we have gotten all the way through Dungeon 8, and we are now in Spectacle Rock, which is, I've been told, the last dungeon. So this series is going to be ending very quickly. I'm hoping to have it done in the next 2 streams. As soon as this game is done, we're going to pick up the very next one, which I am torn between Sonic Mania and a game that I was pointed to called Fe, F-E. I am actually leaning towards Fe, so that might be the one because it's a very beautiful game, but I don't know anything about it. besides what I've been told. So that is probably going to be the next one, and then the one after that, whichever one we'll play the next one next. I have not played either game. I'm also looking at, I'm really wanting to get the Crash Bandicoot series because I didn't get to play those all the way through as a series growing up. I just got to play them like when I babysat a kid with a Sega Genesis. I'd play it then. I think it was Sega. Might have been PlayStation. I think it was Sega though. So there are a lot of games that I grew up playing that I never owned or never got to finish that I want to go back and finish. Those are going to be mostly the Tuesday night games. I'm also wanting to support indie games because what do? We support up and coming artists. Game development is an art. So we'll find some indie games to intersperse in throughout big name games, and we'll play. Now, as I had mentioned that Lightgazer had bought us Mario Kart, I wanted to go ahead and thank our donors. We have had a couple of donations. Lightgazer was our first donation and our largest so far. We have raised enough to build a green screen that comes up on streams, and now we're working towards a GoPro, and I'm hoping that the GoPro will work for the Pokemon Go series as well as the training series. It's just going to be another camera, and it might inspire more offshoot series of non-gaming things. So I'm excited about this. We'll see how it works out. As of right now, I think we're sitting at $23 towards it, which is not shabby. Not shabby at all. I contribute to those donations on on every paycheck, whether it's like $10, $15. It's just a little bit. I would like to get key lights for streaming. I'm also looking at, I would like to get a wireless mic that I can wear so I can move around and be heard, especially for the training series as well as the Pokemon Go series, and that will open up any series that lets me move around. So I have ideas, things I need. I am going to buy these things myself, but anything you guys contribute helps. There are ways to help. Right now we're running Streamlabs, so I can take donations during a stream. I can also, that also runs off stream, so if you ever feel like just giving, like if you saw a video you liked, the link will always be in the descriptions along with what goal we're working for and how much we have towards that goal. You can give on any video, you can give at any time, but those are just one-time like gifts, and it could be any amount. I've had $1, I've had $5, and then I've had enough to buy Mario Kart. I am opening up at the end of this video Patreon. We have a Patreon now. It's the Do So Company Patreon, where we are creating inspiration for other artists. That is what it's for. Anything that comes through that is as of right now is going towards goals. But if you sign up as a patron of any amount, you are going to get the Patreon role on my Discord. The Discord is another way to get involved. It is where we make all of our decisions. It's where I post announcements. It's where we talk about inspirations, where we post. I love to see what you guys are doing in result of seeing something that happened on the channel. So there are categories for posting art, streams, videos, writing, anything, music. There's all kinds of stuff on the Discord. It's a small community right now and it's quiet, so hopefully it's not overwhelming for people who are already in a bunch of Discords. But the idea is that when you get inspired, come tell us. This is the place to tell us. If you become a patron, you will have a special role on Discord that will open up a couple of patron-only channels. And in those channels, there will be decision making. There's going to be where you can see what kind of perks you might get. I might do some patron-only specials, like maybe a stream or a video. Those are, or maybe I'll just do a premiere for you guys only. Like those are, I'm not going to put anything major behind a paywall like Patreon, but I want to thank my patrons, so there might be occasionally things that are patron only. That's where you will find that. So especially if you're a patron, if you sign up for Patreon, make sure you get into the Discord server so you get the full benefit of having it. Another thing I have signed us up for, and I'm really, really excited about, is something called Extra Life. This is for donating anything that comes in through a stream to a local hospital. For me, that is going to be MUSC. Now, again, I live in Charleston. This is the MUSC Heart. heart of the area. This is the college, this is the hospital. So I am very happy. I didn't get to choose that, but I'm very happy that that was the choice. That's where Extra Life funds go. There will be a 24-hour stream in November that will support that. But the beauty of Extra Life Stream is you do not have to only do that one day. We can stream whenever we want and designate it as an Extra Life Stream. And you will be able to donate during that time to help the MUSC hospital. That is the Medical University of South Carolina. So, with that being said, we're going to be looking at having some streams over the summer. Like I'm looking at trying to have a week, an Extra Life week, and every day will be a different stream. And during those streams, donations will be opened up to Extra Life. I'll remind you guys when those streams come up, but I do want to let you know that those donations that you want to go towards the hospital need to go through Extra Life, not through Streamlabs, and not through Patreon. It doesn't count. It needs to go through the Extra Life app, and I'll make it clear when those streams come up. But that is another way to get involved. So thank you guys again for hanging out with me. Thank you for sitting through this update. Thank you for supporting me as I have learned how to do things with YouTube and learned how to be relevant, and apparently not yet learned how to talk to a camera. I'm working on it. But thank you. I want to thank you guys from just the bottom of my heart. You guys could spend your time anywhere else online, but you choose to spend it here. And I'm hoping that in return you are receiving inspiration. You are getting out and trying new things. You're doing things that you never tried before or didn't think you could do. I want to hear about it. Let me know in the comments, let me know in the Discord. I want to know what you are getting out of this channel, because I want to make sure it is in with the goals of this channel and that we are doing what we have set out to do. We are inspiring people, people are creating, people are doing, exploring, playing sports, playing with kids, meeting people they didn't think they would meet, getting out of the house. That's what I want to see, guys. So thank you again. I will see you in the next stream, and I will have these videos out within the next couple of weeks. Alright guys, have a good one, and remember, whatever you do, make sure you do it confidently.
You and me, we found adventure. I never dreamed that you would change my world forever, but here we are. I'm ready to conquer, ready to fight injustice like I'm fighting monsters. Life is black and blue, happy then it's sad. Just call it an adventure, then it ain't so bad. Together we touch the sky, wherever we